Think there's a relationship between incarceration and homelessness, and that people maybe had a place to live when they go in, and then when they come out, they don't?
Well, they don't, because even if you had benefits, once you go incarcerated, they're taken away.
Even if you're like totally blind, they're still canceled.
They take them away. It's because, you know, SSI in particular is an entitlement project. It's not entitlement. It's based on need. So once they're find out that you're in there getting 3 meals a day and some place to stay, you don't need SSI anymore, and so they take it away.
So do they restart it when they know you're coming out?
No.
So
no. You'd have to go back and reapply. If it's less than a year, if you can show them that during that time you were incarcerated, you have some piece of paper that says, only this part, I was incarcerated for 6 months, I had the benefits, you know, I was done, you know, January 1 to 6/1, and you can go into the office and show them that paper, they will restart them.
But otherwise, you're starting from ground zero.
The real thing about homelessness for the incarcerated folk is that they've got a felony, and you're not going to pass crim check.
No, not for anything.
And that's the bigger bulk of housing.
That's the giant elephant in the room.
Right, exactly. So they're not going to qualify for public housing. They're not going to qualify for county vouchers. They're not going to qualify for city vouchers. I think city tends to be a little lenient. You can work with them, like if it was a drug thing and you have proof that you have been through a drug program and you know that you're keeping on task, they might. County's a little bit more strict, but that's the bigger issue. So if you're looking to put these people at low income into low income housing and they run crim check, they can't do it.
And do you think a large proportion of people are getting caught in this kind of loop once they come out of incarceration?
Oh, definitely. I mean.
And so would you say that for felony convictions, the conviction itself becomes a sentence to be homeless?
We have a client right now who she didn't understand. We found out when we applied for her application that she's a convicted felon, and she also has the warrant for her has gone unsatisfied, so which automatically means you're not getting a check. So she got her felony for basically, I guess they were animal cruelty charges. She was hoarding. She had 112 cats and dogs in her apartment, warehouse, carcasses stuffed in freezers, and feces, urine, half dead animals walking around. She spent federal time, and she has 2 probation officers, so I guess from the county in Kern and from her federal probation. She's got a felony. Now, clearly disturbed. I mean, you can't. I don't think you don't have to be in the mental health field to think that, there aren't some major issues that are going on for that woman. And in fact, is it any worse than the person who hoards, people hoard papers, people hoard stuff, people hoard food, and she hoarded animals. So we're not going to be able to place her in any housing. She can't go to public, she can't get a voucher, she's not going to pass crim check.
And how safe is she on the street?
She's in a wheelchair.